I'm sorry. Okay, perfect. Okay, so recording. Thank you very much, Calvin. I long for being so consistent in attending all the meetings here from Arcadia. I appreciate you, Adam. We all appreciate you on behalf of management team here at Temple City. Thank you for taking all this information at value. And behind me, as usual, it's Helen. Helen, you want to wave? Yeah. And Helen is waving it back at you. So with that said, love you all. Calvin, it's all yours.
All right. Good morning, everyone. It's already July 7th. I hope you had an enjoyable and safe and wonderful July 4th long weekend. It was just a really great opportunity. I know a lot of you guys celebrated and did some fireworks like right here in Disneyland. And just wanted to make sure we're still continuing to practice social distancing because of the Delta variant. And if you're not vaccinated, I just want to please ask you to please wear your mask still while you're in the office. That's something that we just need to do, preventative measures. And still, if you're vaccinated, you still may freely wear your mask. It's optional for vaccinated people. I have a lot of things I want to share today. And first, from the top, I just wanted to thank you all for being here again for our sales meeting, because we all want to provide really great content and updates for you to really help you and support you in your business, because it's important that we're staying with all of the news and everything that's going on in terms of economics, the real estate market, finances, and mortgage rates. There's a lot that's going on that hopefully you can share this with news with your clients to really be that professional. Can you guys hear me okay? Can you guys hear me okay?
Us who live in California, which I think is everyone. Did anyone see the bear attack on 4th of July? The little baby bear that attacked the guys on top of
Yes, we did.
Mount Wilson. So I went up there on the 4th of July and I was hiking in that neighborhood and I was like, oh, there's no way there's bears around here. And then the very next day I saw that video and I was like, oh, I was so close. I would have loved to see that baby bear though. For those of you who haven't seen it, there was a little baby bear cub attacked these photographers. Was it Mount Wilson?
There's bears up there on Sierra Madre and up in the north of the foothills. I actually have seen bears at a site too as well. Sorry, I got disconnected by my internet, so technical difficulties. I appreciate it. I kind of know what I left off on, but I just wanted to let you know and thank you for just being here in attendance, because the more news and updates you get from us, the better you're able to serve your clients. And that's really important, to be the bearer of good news, bad news, and really keeping everyone up to date. So let's continue on with the show. I have some slides I'm going to start pulling up. Is there any questions you guys have while I get it up going right now? All right, so I'm going to start from the sales meeting slides and really just get you guys abreast on what's going on in real estate this week. Let's start with the slides. You guys can hear me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So just want to start out with a little inspiration and quote for July 4th and regarding freedom and independence. I just want to, remind everyone, especially some people who are newer to the country. This is from John Adams, one of our founding fathers of our country. You will never know how much it has cost my generation to preserve your freedom. I hope you will make good use of it. And obviously back in the day, we all know about the Independence War, the Revolution, and separating from the British. But really what it was, it's a movement that was about really just resisting unfair taxes, unfair treatment, overseas rule of a government that was just basically trying to take, taxes against, the colonists. And that's came to a point where you push someone too much, they're going to revolt, correct? And if you push your clients too much, they're going to revolt. If you push the other side of your counterpart, like you're a listing agent and you're pushing them with all of these terms, to the buyer's agent, they're gonna maybe cancel and have some cold feet or feel that you're just difficult to work with. But when we talk about freedom and what it is to me in this country, I just really want to make sure it's something that I connect with, and I hope you have that connection too, because I've traveled the world. I've seen very third world developed countries and very poverty in person, and I've seen how terrible other governments, other systems that don't work. And I just want to make sure that you have the perspective that yes, we have a lot of government and politics in our country, but I would take that over poverty, homelessness, lack of food or shelter than any other day. So appreciate what we do have in this country. Appreciate that you have a voice, a vote, ability to complain to your legislators about what's going on, ability to have a city council meeting and resist a project. And that's something that we're going to talk about because there is a community project going on in Arcadia that I think you guys need to know about regarding homelessness and a shelter for them. So whatever side on the fence you are, great, have an opinion. That's what it means to be American, is to have an opinion. So share your news, share your thoughts, speak, and basically protect your community. That's something that we should all cherish and have as values. Our Constitution is important. It's there for a reason, and no one is above the law. So just wanted to start off with that since we just celebrated our birthday for our country. We're reopened. All businesses are reopened, and I want to make sure we're all just kind of staying in tune and getting ourselves on our calendars. So my trainings are continuing to be Tuesdays at 2:00. So for the rest of July, you'll see me July 13th and July 27th by Zoom. And sales meetings are bi-weekly. For the affiliates, make sure you mark your calendars for July 21st, August 4th, August 18th, 10 a.m. Now, speaking towards the project in Arcadia, we have a very special treat for you Dynasty Realtors, your family and friends or clients who've purchased or live in Arcadia. I think it's very important to know what's going on right here by the Santa Anita Wash. Sylvia has put together a very special treat with Mark, and they invited our Arcadia City Council, April Verlato, to speak. Sylvia, can you share what's going on with the session that we're going to have this coming July 8th? Sylvia, I think you're on mute.
Can you hear me now?
Absolutely.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Kelvin. Yes, so it's pretty exciting. We have Councilwoman April Verlato, who is going to come in person here to our office, our headquarters, Dynasty headquarters here in Temple City. And Mark Ramos, my co-pilot, is going to be moderating this event. And it's basically an informative session for, like you said, Kelvin, for all of us to be informed and for our agents to all make informed decisions, especially if they're living in Arcadia or if they have any clients that they're representing in Arcadia. So the tiny house, and there's a solution out there. What is the solution? It's a big problem. We all know it's a big problem. The national numbers are extremely high. We're at 70.4% higher in homeless situation over our nation, based on the assessment that was an assessment report that was done for Congress in 2020. So the Los Angeles County Housing Services Authority policies, which is leading to increased homelessness in California. So it's just increasing. So what is Arcadia going to be spending? What are they going to be doing for homelessness? What is the problem? What is the solution? There is is it a permanent structure versus a tiny shelter? Or is a tiny shelter project the right fit for Arcadia? Who knows? And how to proceed with a site. Now, there's a lot of rumor that this is going to happen at the golf course, at the Santa Anita golf course, which is not fact. There is a proposed area where this is going to be taking place if it goes through. So please stay tuned for the event coming up tomorrow at 3 p.m. here at Temple City. We look forward to having you here at the live session at Dynasty. So that is what we're having. And April Verlado is a very active councilwoman in the community. For those of you that are on Instagram, Facebook, you'll probably see her, and you'll see Paul Chang, one of the new council members as well, that are very involved in engaging with the community. As you all know, this business is all about relationships, and they're out there basically just trying to keep us safe and keep us informed. So I hope you join us. Thank you, Kelvin.
And thanks for inviting April to us, Sylvia and Mark. So just,
you.
this is another situation of a project coming to our community in which it's there is resistance, and there's people and proponents, and there's no solution to homelessness necessarily, but every little thing helps. But to me, it's about being informed. I'd be exercising caution to all of you realtors taking a side on this, just because there are strong people against it, there's strong people for it, and be just neutral in terms of your opinion that you're going to be just broadcasting publicly. Just like we had a couple of years ago, some of our agents were supportive and volunteered in the resistance movement in Temple City housing project. That was for veterans, and then there was still major resistance. It's just crazy. So just learn about it and know what this is another instance of what's called not in my backyard. So NIMBYism is here here in San Gabriel Valley, and there isn't a lot of housing. I just read a news that there's like 100,000 homeless here in LA County, and we're only having housing for like 8% of that. And ever since they destroyed Echo Park and kind of sweep the streets and cleaned it out in Echo Park, there's nowhere for them to go. So learn about it. I want to, yes, hope I see you guys there live. It's not going to be on Zoom, so check it out. And some other virtual online Zoom classes available is CRMLS and Shark Week, which is going to be really talking about commercial real estate, because guess what? The commercial investors, they are the sharks out there, and all these mom and pops and tiny investors, we're the fish. Is that right? So check out our YouTube channel in case you ever miss any past classes. I have a lot of content still built in here in which you can have a lot of up-to-date news and watch it in your pajamas at home. So any words from Sylvia? Go ahead and share, and this is your moment to speak on your mind.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Nothing specific. Just want to reiterate the culture and the diversity that we're embracing here, and the invitations that we are extending for people that have a passion to be under a roof such as this one, where we have not only the professionalism, not only that we have the full service here, but we also providing one-on-one education, if not one-on-one education, set up a group type of an education. Having a session coming up, like to plug in the emotional intelligence session for our agents, which every transaction has an emotional factor involved in it. So, and trying to survive whatever we experience under the umbrella of a transaction, we're trying to help our agents cope in a situation where they could be faced with XYZ issues. What I love mostly about this office here is that, we face something different every single day. And besides facing it every single day, we have solutions. And Kelvin, when we come to you with a solution and you have that solution, and just brightens up the day, because there is no right or wrong answer, but the best answer is always the ethical answer, keeping our agents ethical, keeping them active. And whether it's someone needs a general contractor at the spur of a moment because their deal is going to be killed for whatever reason, then the emotional background behind that is, there's a solution to this. There's a number you can call this person and give them a call and have it handled. We had a very happy ending yesterday with one of our agents where he was extremely frustrated. And I asked, how can I help? I'm busy. Is there anything I can do? No, I'm busy. Okay, can I ask your question? No, I'm busy. So then I said, you know what? I'm here for you. If you need me, I'm here. 2 minutes later, asked me the question. We brainstormed it, got it together. The situation's getting handled. This person has appreciated me, I don't know how many times, which is not what I do it for appreciation, but it's nice to be appreciated. But the point of the story here is we have extra qualities. We're not just a shell with a monitor and, you know, lights and coffee. We're more than that. We're an agency with a lot of heart. Thank you, Kelvin.
I love that theme, with a lot of heart. And it does resound with me because I do have a lot of heart with you guys. And when you said what you love about this agency is about solutions, what I love about this agency is I got great professionals like you guys here in attendance learning. And you don't know how many times I've come across or talked to other agents and managers and brokers, because I still connect with all of them and I network. And they tell me, Kelvin, you know, how do you train all your other agents? How come you guys are so good in terms of ethics and quality and professionalism? So I applaud you guys for being a great extension of this brokerage and what we try to represent in our community. So, you know, that is why there are many instances when you guys are writing offers to another agency, they probably work with you more, help you more, or guide you more, or just be a little that little bit of cooperation because they know you're coming from this brokerage. And that's a reflection and extension of what we've been doing, Sylvia and myself, at the board level. And I hope you guys feel that, because I know so many times you guys told me, oh, this agent says they know you, and so they worked with me. They were very, very appreciative. So thank you for that. Let's go back to the slides, and I'll take it with a little bit of some words for myself. And don't forget to utilize RentSpree for your screening process in rentals. It's a great resource to use. You have a free account, learn to use it, or ask us for help if you don't have it used yet. If you have a renter coming up, you can click our links for some resources as well for various learning opportunities. And I want to remind you of this great website that's housed by the DRE, Housing is Key. And this is whether you're a landlord or tenant, and it comes in super multi-languages for all of your clients to really understand what is the eviction moratorium, what is the relief for landlords and for tenants in regards to the CARES Act and Biden's, basically the SB, I forgot which Senate bill it is, but anyway, there was 80% of rent relief of back rent that is owed could be government supported. Check out our Instagram and our Facebook pages, which is really growing in terms of our community. I love what we're doing, the new look and marketing, and we're getting your listings out there. So make sure you let me know if you don't see your listings or anything like that, because we're still really improving our systems on the back end. And want to really just make sure we get the social engagement going on, because every single, want to remind you to like and subscribe, or really just applaud and comment on your colleagues, Dynasty agents listings, and share them with, if you have a potential listing that matches your client, because it's going to help really build our community itself. So give one another support. And another great resource is some people have asked, Kelvin, where do you get a lot of information and why do you sound so smart? A lot of that is because I rely on CAR's economists to teach me as well. If you want to learn how I hear the news and updates, they have a podcast that comes every single week that shares really, because I'm an economics person, they really share the economics behind what's going on in California. So there's a podcast that you can listen to. It's free as a realtor, part of your membership benefits. And Jordan Levine and all the smart people over there at CAR are sharing the analytics and the data, which allows me to share a lot of great stuff with you, because I do tune in when I can. Just to put on your radar, on the calendar in October is our annual Reimagine Expo with CAR. So check it out. Register is absolutely free. It's going to be virtual. And they have some powerhouse speakers really training in various sessions, whether you want to improve your development in marketing or social media or in being a listing agent or how to present or analyze a property or value. Whatever you want to explore, I saw the lineup, so you could check it out and really just sign up in advance so you can take advantage of our member benefits. And this is the part where I want to introduce you to a really great person, Lisa Overman. You guys kind of mentioned her when I got disconnected. So she has been our brand ambassador with Coldwell Banker. She was my liaison on the back end, helping me discuss and go over issues and improvements with Coldwell Banker on the back end. What was great about Lisa is that she knows the Coldwell Banker system. She knows all the tools that we have, the technology, our presentation, our selling points, and she has the ability now to help you with mortgages. And so she wanted to touch base with me and give me an opportunity to reach out and meet with you to share what she does, introduce herself. And I met with her team over there, and they are very incredibly smart. They have solutions just from the easy side of regular standard conventional loans, but they have solutions for some of our clientele out here who are either foreigners or 1099 independent contractors. So I'll let her share a little bit about herself. Lisa, why don't you come on, share?
Thank you so much, Kelvin, for that introduction. And hi again, everyone. I said hi a little bit ago, but yeah, Kelvin is exactly right. So I was with Coldwell Banker for a little, just shy of 5 years. So I've done a couple of trainings in your office, but it's been quite a while since the pandemic took over and shut everybody down. But I'm happy to be back and out in person. I'm vaccinated, so that's exciting. I get to go see people and be in offices. And just as Kelvin said, we at our home have a lot of solutions for a lot of different borrowers, but that's the standard, right? That's what we expect from our lenders. We expect to have the best rates. We expect to have the best guarantees. In addition to that, I do know all of the Coldwell Banker systems and procedures and processes and how to use Zap and how to use Moxie and how to promote the Global Luxury Program and all those things. So I plan to be hopefully a resource for you guys for not just finding your customers the best rates, the best guarantees on the lending side, but anything you need as far as integrating that into your process. So if you're doing a listing presentation and you're trying to figure out how to promote, maybe it's a high-end property and you don't know if the buyers are going to be approved, I can help integrate that into your marketing. We have a couple of guarantees that I will cover. This is kind of like a sneak peek. So I'm gonna jump on your training next week at 2:00 and give you a full rundown of everything we're going to offer. But just a sneak peek to that, we do have a couple of guarantees to borrowers that we will close on time. So if you set us a closing date, your buyer is approved. If we don't close that loan on time and it's somehow our fault, we miss a document, we miss an amendment, we're going to pay your first customer's mortgage payment up to $2,500. So the way I'm pitching that to our clients is, for agents, we're trying to protect your commission is exactly what we're doing. So you get close to that closing date and it's looking like it's not going to close. Your buyer's freaking out. You're like, okay, what do I do? Do I get them a hotel? Do I get them a storage pod? How am I going to bridge the gap to alleviate the pain off this customer? Paying that first mortgage payment is huge. That means they're not going to have a mortgage payment due for at least 6 weeks, 8 weeks after they close on that property. So it takes a lot of pain off of them. We also have a best rate guarantee. So if you have a lender that you work with, that's great. I'm not trying to steal you from your lender, but at least give us a shot. If we cannot beat or match a like-kind deal that's brought to us, we're going to pay your customer a $250 Visa gift card. No questions asked. Thanks for giving us a shot. And we do have those products, as Kelvin mentioned, that are for non-traditional borrowers. So your 1099 workers, gig workers, anything that's a non-traditional income where you're kind of stuck. They have the money, it doesn't look right on paper. We have products for that. And we also waive half of our closing costs, or not closing costs, sorry, half of our lender fee for borrowers. Closing costs would be great, right? For borrowers. So at the end of a transaction, if you close with us, we will give your borrower a $750 credit to close, which is half of our origination fee. So that makes us the lowest. I just heard somebody say the other day that someone is doing a $600 origination fee across the board, but they're building it into their APR. So that makes us the lowest origination cost across the board as far as lenders go. And then in addition to that, we just launched a product called List Reports, which I know I used to talk until I was blue in the face about getting on board with Coldwell Banker systems and our marketing and all of our marketing products. And you've got 6 different logins. If you don't know how to use Desk, you're not connected to a lot of those platforms. List Reports is not a Coldwell Banker product, but it is available to agents, and it is so easy and so seamless to create marketing pretty much on demand. So it's just another product tool that you can use, add into your system. You can brand it with your Coldwell Banker logo and your own agent information. You do have to have access to it. So if anybody wants sneak peek access before next Tuesday, when I kind of throw it out to all of you and give you a rundown of the platform, I will type my cell phone number into the chat and my email address. If you want to shoot me either a text or an email with your first name, your cell phone, and your email address, I will send you an invite link to get on List Reports. And you can kind of play around with it, get it activated, and then we will go over it a little more at length next Tuesday. And I think that is it for me. I did just check rates. They're still very favorable. I mean, compared to last year at this time. And ARC, because we are a direct lender, we're backed by a private equity firm. We're able to work really, really strongly with rates. So today, I think we're quoting 3.13 is prime, and we just locked someone this morning at 2.99. And I said I was done, and I'm not done. I have so much to talk about. I'm so excited to see you guys. We also have a new investor product. So I know that the GSEs are squeezing investors out of the market right now. I've actually had lenders say they're just entirely not writing in investor loans right now until the GSEs kind of lighten their restrictions. So we just came out with a proprietary product at ARC Home that helps support investors. We wrote what day is it? Today is Wednesday, right? Yeah. Yesterday, locked 2 investor loans at 3.25. So that is pretty unheard of in the industry right now. We can do up to an 85% LTV with no mortgage insurance. So really, really great program. People are going crazy for it. So get in while the getting's good. Don't turn your investors away. They can still get mortgages. There's still money out there for them to borrow, and we're a great place to do it. So I will put my contact info in the chat if anyone wants that sneak peek to List Reports before next week. And if anybody has any questions, feel free to ask. Otherwise, Kelvin, thank you so much for giving me the time, and I will plan to talk a little bit more next week.
Look forward to it. So she was kind of giving a plug-in and tease. And so, yeah, that is next Tuesday. If you want to learn from what ArcLight solutions can do, solutions can do for your clients or yourselves, I actually really encourage it because I vetted this out myself. I spoke with their team over there and the owner. And what I loved about it was they're no frills. They got everything they got going on. They're giving out great rates, 2.99%. I don't know what your clients were closing in the last month, but I don't think you guys got 2.99% for a 30-year loan, nor did investors who are not occupying the home, were they getting 3.25. So they're beating the competition. I hope you guys can check them out and give them a chance, an opportunity. And if they don't beat your rate that you got quoted, you're going to get a gift card from Lisa. So there's a lot of good benefits from this. And so I encourage you guys to check it out and join us next Tuesday to hear from their team. And they're going to have their back-end persons let you know what their products can be really, really doing for you and your clients. Any questions? All right, I'm going to jump back in. Here's Lisa's contact info and email and phone number. And she's very, very responsive. So you do get a call back whenever you call. So let me get to my portion where I just speak really briefly about the Realtor ABCs. Always be careful and cautious when you're in real estate. And there's some things that I've noticed in the past couple of weeks that I really want to put out there in front of you. Be very extremely cautious in what you're putting in writing, whether it is the contract or the addendum that you're putting together, or simply just your emails that you're really writing out to the other side. Because I've noticed sometimes when I've read some of these stuff, when I was going over some support, some of you guys are really being emotional attached to the transaction. You're kind of either you're making claims or promises to the transaction that are outside your control. So here's some examples that I wanted to share, but I just want to make sure you don't make promises about, okay, we guarantee, or the seller says the tenant will be out by the end of the month. And how do you know this? Okay. Oh, the tenant said they will be. You guys understand that tenants don't always follow through, right? So you can make a claim that you can say the tenant states they should be out by the end of the month, but don't you make the claim that they will be. Okay. And I've seen other cautious precautions that where people are talking about, oh, defects and the property, oh, everything is working perfectly, oh, everything is great, and the HVAC is like brand new, and or this and this and that. I really need you to understand and phrase things much more open-ended, because when you talk about defects to the property, especially like you know, things that could be a surprise or discovery to the buyer, um, I just need to I've seen people write some statements like, all brand new windows. Okay. And I asked them, oh, brand new, did they just install it? And oh, they installed it a year ago. That's not brand new. Okay. So there's things like that where you're making claims on the condition or warranties of this and this and that. I just exercise caution, make things more open-ended, and here's how you can do it. You can write things like, oh, the windows are nearly brand new, just installed in 2020. Uh, you can write things like the tenant has intentions to move out by the end of July. They intend to move to another, this and this and that, and they've given us a deadline letter. Make other, if you're talking about claims on or promises regarding close of escrow or your contingency periods, if you say you're going to remove your contingencies in 14 days, because that's what the seller wants, you better be able to, okay? Because when 14 days comes up and you're the buyer's agent and you don't meet your deadline, you look bad. The company looks bad. And then you're going to cancel because you overpromised something. So if you're going to make a promise like 14 days or less on a loan, you better talk to the lender, get your client, talk to them, get all the ducks in a row and paperwork over to them, and get yourself DU approved so that you can make a claim, because you've had that understanding that all the paperwork is done. The person is qualified. Now I just need to qualify the property to the appraisal, the value, right? So don't make promises unless you've done your homework preparation. And I've seen it too often where they say something like, oh, you could build an ADU. Oh, really? How did you find that out? Oh, because the owner told me? Oh, the owner told you something. Don't you think that it's in their best interest that they want to make as many representations as they can? Like, oh, this is permitted. Oh, my square footage is this so big, and oh, this is so good. Of course, they're gonna say, oh, I spent $100,000 on remodeling. Do you always take everyone's word for face value? And like I've always said in the past, is the theme is never take anyone's trust for face. Even if it's your own client, even if it's your own relative or friend, I'm telling you to just exercise due diligence yourself. And oh, okay, so you're telling me you could build an ADU? Okay, what's your lot size? Let me do some analysis, or I can talk to someone who knows about ADUs, or I can help. Depending on the lot size. But to me, you need to be able to, if you're going to make a claim on the property description, make sure it is something that you've done some due diligence on, is what my intentions are. Okay. Now, a lot of the times when you're being cautious is before I ever make any response or judgment on anyone, I always try to listen, not only with my ears, but with my eyes and with all my sensories and my feelings going on, because I want to utilize all 5 senses I have. And so when I listen to the client or the agents, whatever it is they're telling me, if I'm talking to a client, I want to know what is the price they want to write on, or what is their listing price, asking price that they have in mind. Okay, I ask the question and I really shut up and listen and watch. If I'm watching, and really I'm looking for body language. I'm looking for how the word choices they use. And that gives me an idea of where their perspective is, where the kind of where they're coming from. And perspective allows me to really respond accordingly and show that I'm a good listener. So when you're listening to an agent and you're asking them, Mr. Listing Agent, oh, I know it's been a very hot price, a hot listing. You know, do you have offers in hand? And then let's shut up. Let the agent speak. They will open up and tell you that there's a lot of activity or not. They'll probably try to give an impression that there's a lot of activity, but then you ask, okay, well, what's the range of the asking of the prices you have? You know, am I out of the ballpark if I offer you 10K over asking? Is that going to work? And the word choice I use to ask those questions, I can kind of get a feel for what it is and extract as much information I can so that I can support my client who's asking me to find out what's the best price this is going to take. You know what? Tell your clients, you know, it's a lot of times they don't give information. They don't tell you, oh, just pay me this and this and that. You know, I tell you, if you double the asking price, you'll get it. Okay. But you're never going to know exactly full information. Only the listing agent might know that. So to me, the best thing you can do is just build a good rapport with them. Show them you're a professional. Show them you guys are have the the easiest to work with and the smoothest, and you're a professional. That's how you're going to get more information and extract it. So just if you don't have that skill of extracting information, my advice is to you is to call more listing agents and try. Make it a game to see how much information you can gather. Even if you're not even writing an offer, make it a game to see how much you can learn. Okay? Because you will improve the more you practice. The other thing I want you to be cautious on is do research and don't make claims or representations without backing it up. So what I'd sometimes do on ADUs is I do a little homework on the city or the lot size or the Arcadia website, the building code. They have a FAR ratio, the floor area ratio based on the lot size, and I give them the link to read. Okay. If it's LA County, I give them the LA County unincorporated area, the link for the for the ADUs, and I give them the zoning map, and I give them resources to research. So that way, if it ever falls back on me and they told me, Kelvin, you told me I could build an ADU. I says, well, the lot size does allow it, but I'm not the code. I'm not the building inspector. You need to talk to them and speak. Let's go together. Let me accompany you during our due diligence period to the city, and we can ask all the questions you have regarding your project and bring your contractor along if you want to, or your architect, designer, to see how we can maximize this property. And so I don't want to be the person making a representation on behalf of another, like what the potential or the zoning could be allow. So I'd rather just let the city be responsible because they are the one who issue permits and do code inspections. Now, I'm not one to point fingers or accuse blame. You always know me. If there's anyone to blame, it's really the person who failed to do their homework. Okay, I'm always with that mindset that sometimes the listing agents overrepresent or misrepresent or fail to disclose. I expect that. Okay, so I expect others not to always try to present the property as the best, or the asking price, or the listing agent is always going to say it's beautiful this and gorgeous that, and the seller's always going to say I spent $100,000 on remodeling, like I said. But at the end of the day, it's up to me, the buyer or the buyer's agent, to understand what value is really in that home. I can see what material costs are. I can see what labor is and get a second opinion. I can get a second opinion on the new roof that they told me they put on there, and I can have someone look at it to tell me, whether it's done right or done wrong. So at the end of the day, you tell your clients that the responsibility of signing that contract or to signing the contingency removal or waivers of this and that, make sure they are ready, prepared, and did their exercise, their homework, and use Form BIE, Buyer Inspection Elections, to let the client know of all these available inspectors and professionals that they can consult with, including taxes, including accountants and contractors and handymen, or whatever it is for the repairs they want to do. Don't just rely on you saying, oh yeah, it takes $5,000 to fix the bathroom and takes $10,000 to do the flooring. Guess what? You're not the one doing the work. But right now, labor is very expensive, and sometimes it takes 2 months to book a contractor before they can start on your project. So at the end of the day, don't make representations for other professionals and the cost that they are going to provide for it as well. Keep your negotiations professional. Yes, you're working in counterpart to another party, whether you're a listing agent or a buyer agent, it doesn't matter. But you want to have a communication line that's open, respectful, professional, because that's how you overcome situations, because every transaction will have a unique situation or a surprise that'll throw something out. And the ability to work together for both of your even though you're representing both clients, you still hopefully are working together for the mutual common goal of a happy close of escrow. And with that mindset, you don't need to be super overreactive when you don't get your way. So I expect the listing agent to fight for the value. I expect them to try to gather the highest price and to share only limited stuff. So with that expectation, I am prepared to conduct my CMA, to understand the value that I'm going to consult my client with, and to help them provide the data they are, to inform them so that the client can make the best judgment on what they want to offer or how much to request for repairs. But the better you are at professionally, the more likely you are to get the cooperation when you need to make a request or ask for an addendum to be signed or to do something regarding treatment of a surprise that was found in the home inspection. Sometimes you're getting an under appraisal. And the truth of the matter is, it happens out there, and that's outside our control. But true professionals will find solutions instead of pointing fingers and trying to blame. Okay, so you will get better response rates when you kept your cool throughout the escrow period. Get professional advice. Don't make, like I said again, don't make over representations, warranties, claims, or pricing from others unless you get it together. Have a 3-way conversation or have a meeting. Ask them to talk to their accountant if they had a tax question. So whatever it is, please, 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 we are the realtors. So we talk about real estate, property, its potential, the comps, but we're not making the advice on legal or how to be a property manager and how to serve notices. That's not supposed to be our forte. So your expertise should be in the real estate side, not necessarily outside other areas. And when you're in doubt, ask for support, please. I'd rather you bother me and Sylvia and Mark and the other managers, Amy and Margaret, because I'd rather you bother us before you put something in writing or before you write something up, because there's so many times where I've caught something and been able to save it or solve it, or we can fine tune the language, because I hope there's other areas to think about, potential areas, gray areas that could be discussed or written prior to sending it out to the other counterpart. So this is the portion on any questions on that before I get to our new listings? All right, guys, I know it's busy. How many of you guys have been checking out the market recently and checking out the inventory here in San Gabriel Valley? I'm checking it on a daily basis, and I'm surprised to see the amount of new listings supply finally hit our marketplace in Southern California. There's options now. There's not just the 5 options on the market in any given city, township. There's options to choose from, so our buyers can now have a little more normal market. So let's talk about our new listings, and it's easier to work now. So 2812 Cumberland Road in San Marino. 5 beds, 5 baths on a beautiful 12,500 plus lot. Talk to Joan if you got someone here for San Marino. And it's 3,700 plus square feet. Gorgeous location. Laura, Sitong Lu has a nice commercial listing over here. This looks familiar. This is right here in Arcadia, right on Baldwin Avenue, north of Duarte Road. For $99,800, there's a business opportunity to purchase one of, I think it's the sushi restaurant, but talk to Laura for which restaurant it is. And you have a great, excellent, heavy traffic area. Angel Lau has a price reduction on her new listing at 623 San Luis Rey Road, 1,600 plus square feet on a big 8,500 lot. Only $1,080,000 for a single family on a great northern location of Arcadia. Shanae Lam got a nice new business listing. This is 3333 Brea Canyon Road in Diamond Bar. This is a unit, beautifully remodeled inside. You see the second floor inside for only $370,000 for a, I think it's an office workspace. So talk to Shanae if you have a client looking for available space. And Laura Lu's got a nice little commercial biz op. This is $120,000 for this restaurant, fast food services with a nice remodeled interior, plenty of bench seating and tables. And you got a nice little menu over there. So talk to Laura if you have anyone looking to start up a business restaurant in Upland, Mountain Avenue. Oh, this home is gorgeous. Brand new construction. Gina Labelardi. This is 9649 Longden Avenue in Temple City. Amazing, incredible central location on a gorgeous historical street. You can see the curb appeal. You can see the fancy interior, the finishes. That's a gorgeous garage. You can see the brick facade in the beginning and front. I can see the rain gutters. They went above and beyond in all of the construction. So you can see here, check it out. Even if you don't have a client for this, this is a beautiful, gorgeous home on a gorgeous lot. And I really like the aesthetics and the design elements. A great place to call home. New construction with imported materials, and the floor plan is great. It does have a bedroom on the downstairs as well. Melissa Chang, coming soon, a condo for release in Walnut, 20005 Esquiline Avenue. A nice, almost 1,300 square foot living area condo for only $2,500 per month. Talk to Melissa, you got someone for lease. My new listing over here at 1720 Wilson Avenue in Highland Oaks, Arcadia. Gorgeous, beautiful home. This photo is actually older. We actually repainted the front. So all of my new photography is uploaded in MLS today. You got over 3,004 square feet living area. You have a 2-car garage and a large 13,961 lot size. Guess what, guys? This one can build an ADU. I've done my due diligence. Only 1.950. The backyard is impressive. You got mountain views, Highland Oak schools, and you have an excellent, prestigious street. So I have an open house this coming Sunday, 11 to 2 p.m. If you want to, or make by appointment, I'll be there tonight at 6 p.m. And if you have any clients interested or you want to check it out, just let me know. Anis Chow has got a nice new listing for lease. This is a condo, 410 North Alhambra Avenue in Monterey Park. 2 beds, 1.5 bath, almost 1,000 square feet. So talk to Anis if you have someone for lease in Monterey Park. And Margaret Lee, congratulations on your new listing over here at San Marino. Wow, only 1.688 million. That is ridiculously cheap for San Marino. 1985 Del Mar Ave, 3 beds, almost 3 and 1.75 baths. Only, it's still quite spacious, 1,900 square feet on a 7,400 lot. Single family, talk to Margaret. I expect this one to have a lot of activity because when have we ever seen San Marino under 2 mil? So this should be a good deal. And our next property is Margaret's other listing over here in Arcadia. This is 366 Warren Way. 5 beds, 4.5 baths, 4777 square feet on a giant for 15,000 plus lot, single family, almost is 2.592 mil. And this is a great photo of the front. It really captures the curb appeal, the full facade of the stonework. I love the elegance of the design, 3-car separated garages. This architect really went above and beyond and put together a beautiful front entry, the iron gates. I love it. And even the landscaping and the driveway, you can see there's a lot of imported, the design, the materials inside is really elegant. So I hope you get that one's closed. And the closers of the past 2 weeks. Helen Ma, great job, 9363 Guest Street, Rosemead. I spoke to your clients. They were super excited for the job that you did and got them a great value on their listing. 4 beds, 2 baths, 1,500 square feet. Very great job, Helen. I'm so proud of you. Daniel Wong, he's closed on 1130 Farmstead in Hacienda Heights. 2 beds, 2 baths, nice 8,800 plus lot. That's a great price at $650,000 for this lot size. So congrats, Daniel. Job well done. And Sylvia Ramos of the Ramos Group, 1585 Border Ave in Corona. Over 1,000 square feet living area, 345,000. Great price. I know your clients are happy. So very excited for you. Congratulations. You've been super busy. So I know I'm going to see you in another slide. Lara, she did another great job here in Irvine. She closed a townhouse for $820,000 on 118 Leafy Twig. Great job, Laura. And Kayla Liu, this was her listing in, she closed 10962 Bay Shore Street, Victorville. Gorgeous 4-bedroom, 4-bath, almost 3,100 living area. Love what she's doing. She's got another one in escrow this month. So kudos to Kayla. She's doing great. And this was only $420,000. That's a steal. That's probably just around the cost. That's probably less than the cost of construction, considering it's 3,100 square feet. Great job for that. Daniel Wong, 11264 Lynn Street. He's back again with another closing, $760,000 for this single family in Arcadia on a nice 7,000 lot. Angel Lau, she's doing incredible as well. She had several closings in June, and 2525 Greenfield Ave in Arcadia went for 1.788 million. 4 beds, 3 baths, over 3,000 square feet, single family, nice, beautiful home. Good, great location. I closed finally on my El Monte PUD. This is 10425 Bodger Street in El Monte. This was a 4-bed, 2.5 bath. This one was selling like hotcakes, and I sold it 57,000. This is not the sales price. I sold this at 675,000. So this asking price, that was the asking price, and I sold it for 50-some thousand over asking. Margaret Lee closed on her escrow at 17341 Osterville Lane, Huntington Beach. Gorgeous corner lot home. I love the landscaping and the really expanded driveway with that entry. Looks great. 4 beds, 2.5 baths, over 2,000 square feet living area. And in Huntington Beach, you get Huntington Beach prices. This went for 1.6 mil for a 4,100 square foot lot. And Kevin Kahn of the Dynasty Arcadia branch, he closed on his transaction in West Covina, 3919 Hackley Avenue, 1,626 square feet living area. Way to go, Kevin. I'm so proud to see your development. Great job over there for the single family sale. And I hope I didn't miss anyone, but did anyone have anything closed or want to pitch anything coming soon? Any questions going on in your business? Well, I'm so happy to thank you for you guys stayed till the very end. I'm pretty proud of you. Oh, Edward Chow has a new listing coming soon. He does have a listing over here in Monrovia. It is on 633 Torado Drive, coming soon. I know they're doing some touch-ups and finish-ups, so there is going to be available. Great location in Northern Monrovia. Talk to him if you have anyone interested in Monrovia home, single family. And someone else asked a question. They said, the eviction extension deadline in California is September 30th, and that is correct. There is depends on where you're talking about. Okay, so LA County has a eviction moratorium extension that is set to expire on September 30th, but could always be extended again. So yes, it's September 30th is for evictions, and it's regarding for tenants who are in breach of a contract or delinquent in rents or had a hardship due to COVID. Yes, they are protected by the moratorium till September 30th. However, for those who are not subject to the statewide rent control and who have provided the clients, the land tenants, a RCJC rent cap and just cause addendum reflecting that the landlord is exempt from the statewide rent control, there is possibilities to still provide notices like 60 days notice to vacate and this and this and that. However, I don't really want to consult our landlords or property people because we're not property managers. So have them do their own due diligence with a eviction attorney or a property manager. So the federal moratorium was extended 30 days, and that is the end of July 31st is the deadline for the federal moratorium. So the answer to your question really says it depends on the city of where you're living in the county. Any other questions? Okay, that's it for the slides and the sales meeting. I'm so thankful you guys stayed to the end. You guys have an amazing week. And I really hope to see you guys next Tuesday for my training with Lisa Overman regarding all the great mortgage products we can do to help your clients. We'll send out a flyer email pretty soon. And see you guys. Make it a great week. Get productive, and it's a good market right now. Get back in the business and reach out to your buyers who got disappointed or frustrated. There's opportunities right now, and the pricing is a little bit more reasonable and much less competition. Not like 20 offers. You don't have to wait in a line just to see a home. You can make your standard appointments or visit it during the open houses. So much easier to do our job as a realtor. All right, guys, call, text me or our managers if you have any questions and support. And see you guys next time.